Welcome back.
I'm back.
All right, we are back. All right, perfect timing. Because this is Catan Championship Premium number 12, the final table. I am Retired Hero. Joining me is, of course, Fluffy. And we've got Ivy this time, co-caster extraordinaire. Here at the final table, we've got Conbae on red, Lucifer's Truth playing that fancy new Mystic blue, Ash playing the brown, and Vamos on green. And like we said before, I think Ivy had predicted Ash. I'm going to go for Vamos here. Good luck to everybody involved. The first placement goes down. It's a 5, 9, 10 up in the top left corner. Already a strong looking spot.
Strong or wheat sheep.
Yeah, one of the best out there. But Ore's not bad on this one. 6, 9, 5 on the Ore there. And then wheat pairs up fairly nicely. You know, there's a nice coordinated 9 here. 5, 10, 11 for the rest of the wheat there. So what's going to be the rare resource out here? Might actually be some of the sheep. You know, 2, 4, 3.
Definitely looking like sheep.
2, 4, 3, 10 here. 10, one of the better spots there. The 4 going to be the other one. You've got an 8, 5, 10 down at the bottom. Wood's actually fairly abundant. You've got coordinated 8s on this board here as well. And that might lead you to a longest road strategy. Or maybe even onto this wood port up in the north side here. Brick port a little bit, you know, out of the way there. But other than that, I think the 8, 5, 10 might see some play there. And yeah, Lucifer agrees. They drop it down right there.
Yeah, it gives you access to the wheat port as well with high wheat production, assuming nobody goes on the 9, 10 for their second settlement.
Which is definitely possible, isn't it? Coordinated 9s, maybe a 4, 9, 11 and the 9, 10. That's a little bit of a fourth player strategy if I ever seen one. Which is possible. I mean, third spot here. The sheep port always looks like a spot for me. You know, they might take this 6, 4, 3 and point up there again. This time I don't think anyone will place down on that 8, 4 sheep port. So I think that 6, 4, 3 looks a bit more possible this time. Whether you want that or the 8, 3, 10 instead. I think I prefer the 6, 4, 3 here. Both 6, 4, 3s on either side of the map actually.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Other than that, I mean, that 9, 10 on the wheat port looks good. You might pair that with the 4, 9, 11. Really interesting board here. You know, there's not too much going on. I could see somebody, you know, coming back with an 8, 3, 10 up north here. Get onto that really good brick and then 6, 11, 12 it and come back down for the brick port and maybe try to get a piece of that 9 ore on the desert.
Yeah, I can see that. You definitely have the road building materials.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to be left without wheat there, but I think the brick production could be fairly good. It is a fairly slow way to go about it, though. When there's so much good wheat out there. So the 3, 6, 11, you know, kind of makes up for it a little bit. So I could see someone trying to take that. But if the 6, 3, 4 is taken, 6, 3, 11 is no longer an option.
Yeah, so if I'm third, I have a hard time leaving the 6 ore open.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You kind of have to take that, I think.
Kind of have to. Wow. What do you think of that road there? You know, most folks point to the 6, 2, 3 to 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just anticipating someone's going to go on the 4, 9, 2 maybe.
Maybe race.
You don't want to race, especially if, say, Vamos takes the 6, 4, 3 and the 4, 9, 2. They have a free road.
Yeah. You know what I'm actually thinking is with Ash here, I think Ash is going to hard force something like the Ore Wheat Sheep, and they might go like 3, 9, 11. And they know they're not going to have the road building capabilities to stretch out. So this is the, you know, super efficient 1 road to 6 ore, 1 road to 3, 3 to 1 port. And then they'll just Ore Wheat Sheep the whole time. And so they don't want to race for that 6, 2, 3 to 1 port. And this will give them two settlement spots. So I don't mind that.
That's not a bad setup.
But yeah, it's on Vamos now in 4th position. The entire right side of the board still open to them. And again, it's going to be a lot of wood and brick. And we'll see if you know, Vamos is gonna make any special moves here. I'm gonna start up a poll here. and see what the folks call. So who will win? Number 12. I guess I'll give people enough time to actually, you know, see all the placements before they actually make their vote. But people in chat already calling Lucifer for the win right now.
Lucifer's got, so it's looking like he might get the 8-10-3 at the top, or at least he'll get a piece of that 8 brick, which would be great for him.
Yeah, should be coordinated here.
And then that, you know, Vamos probably isn't going to take the 9-10. So he would probably be able to make it down to the wheat port.
Oh, we did call the possibility of that 9 for 11, 9-10 strategy. It does confine you a little bit, but you're double cityed. I mean, almost immediately. If those 9s roll out, you're a bit all in on that though. Oh, 2-4-9 instead to the 5, and the 6-3-4. He does go to the 6-3-4 off to that sheep port. So he is on 3 sheep numbers, with possibility here for that 5 or later on. Good wood, good brick, and they're gonna have even better brick out there too. I don't mind this from Vamos. Vamos on 2-3-4-6-9 as their starting numbers.
Would you have pointed your road to the 6-2 instead of the 5-2, or do you want to?
I see no reason why we wouldn't point to the 6-2, would we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Ash, I mean, depending on where Ash places down here, I mean, it's still gonna take them 2 to 3 roads before they can actually get to you, and you have the best road building production right now at this point. I think the 6-2 is fairly reasonable. I mean, there is still the 2 road possibility of that 6-4, 6-2 road cutoff.
That's true.
And is there a chance that someone just puts down on the 6-2? Wow, you guys are wild. Is anyone gonna flat out just put down on the 6-2? They think Lucifer might. That's really boxing Lucifer in. Like, really boxing himself in.
I think Lucifer's got to go 8-10-3 maybe? That's what I was thinking. He would double up on 8-10 though, which is kind of...
Double up on 8-10.
Some players aren't comfortable doing that.
Yeah, it's one of those if it hits kind of moments, right? I mean, coordinated 8 roads, you're building all over the place.
And you also get coordinated wheat sheep on the 10, so it's not like you're going to have a super stuck hand necessarily.
Yeah, and then you're just playing all the ports from that point, right? Like, you'll still keep the numbers. You can get that wood port on a 10. You're going to get this wheat port on a 10. I don't know. There's even a chance that you actually cut off Vamos here. I mean, no,
for the sheep port, right?
Yeah, never mind. Vamos starts off with a road there. I mean, you'd have to roll a 7. That's pretty risky at the beginning, because you only start with a brick, and you'd have to look for an 8 roll to actually get that. Vamos already has the road in hand. 9-3-11 here. Yeah, I think that's what we expected from Ash there, going hard on the ore wheat sheep. And putting that road out initially to that 6-3 is what we called. You know, instead of trying to stretch for these roads. Pointing down to the 6-11 desert, though. I think that's not bad.
That's the great spot for him, if he can make it there.
So let's see here. It is back to Lucifer
You could do
now.
something to do with your 3 wood for that on that 3-for-1 port.
You know, that 8-3-10 is there. Oh, Blanket Man, are you saying 4-5-11 is better than the 9-3? Blanket Man wanted the 4-5-11.
I mean, it's what is it? 1 point more production, right?
It's 1 point more, but then you double up all of your sheep onto 1 point.
Yeah, he's a little more diverse with his sheep on the 3 sheep as well, which is good for a dev card player, I think.
I think so. I think so. Like taking this 4 here, you're congested on the 4, or concentrated, maybe not congested, but it makes for a really nice robber spot though, doesn't it? And then if you're completely out of one of those, or wheat or sheep, you're pretty much stalled. So is the 3 better than the 4? Of course not. But you got some extra production numbers. I don't mind it so much. And I guess if you build to the 4, 5, 11, you can still build to the 6, 11 expansion spot. 1 point of production versus diversified numbers. I guess that's what it comes down to, is which philosophy do you subscribe to?
Yeah, and you're also pretty confident that, you know, that spot's gonna be open. I think, because I think Lucifer will take the 10 or the 8, 10, 3.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Connor's probably gonna take that 4, 5, 11, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty unblockable now. I mean, Connor, you can't really lock them out of a spot. It's possible that you force them onto that 9, 10. I don't know if you can actually just give away 8, 10, 3. Is that okay to give to Connor as opposed to this 4, 5, 11? That's a lot of overproduction of wheat almost.
Yeah, when you're only on the 5 ore, and you don't know wood brick, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I like the 8, 10, 3. It is, you know, doubling up on the 8s and 10s as you say, but you know, the wood port is right there, the wheat port is right there. I guess.
And they're coordinated.
Yeah, and they are. I do like that. This also gives red less options, right? You're forcing them to the interior 4, 5, 11 if that's the play. And they're going to be stuck on ports because you're going to race for that wood port likely and probably beat them there since they don't have any wood or brick. It's going to keep them pretty slow. You know, they're most likely going to reach for that 3 to 1 on that 5 ore, and that's going to be their only port.
So if you're Connor, do you consider 6, 11, 12 and expand down to the 9 ore to diversify your...
I mean, that's what we were looking at. Was you start off with that road, maybe you do.
Or,
right? If you get that 9 ore, you can even stretch maybe for the 9, 10, I don't know. Or maybe even come back and race for the 6, 11 wheat. I don't mind the 6, 11, 12.
You could come back.
Yeah. Your ore wheat sheep is already made up for on your 5, 9, and 10. I think the production is fairly good there. I don't mind the 6, 11, 12 to... it is more of a hybrid style, isn't it? But even if you go 4, 5, 11, your ore wheat and sheep game is not that good. Doesn't make it much better, right?
Right. You need... I mean, it's not enough ore.
You're
just going to have a bunch of wheat and sheep, which everyone else is going to have a ton of as well, it seems like.
Again, that's...
Considering he's on the 9 wheat with 2 other players, like whenever you get wheat, everyone else is going to have wheat anyway.
And I guess the last option is just to straight up plop it down on the 9-10 and double up on the 9-10. You know, I guess Lucifer's banking on 8-10, and if you're banking on 9-10, you guys sink or swim together. But I think I do like that 6, 11, 12 option, and they point the road down to the 9 ore. Game on. Let's see it. I'm looking at the votes right now. It's pretty spread here. Nobody's voting for Lucifer, unfortunately. It's all Conbae, Ash, and Vamos. Oh, early block onto the 3 sheep. Not like this. That's going to be early 7s to slow things down. And depending on who they steal from, this could be pretty devastating. If they, again, Vamos started with a road in hand. They steal from Ash. So maybe looking to pluck some of that extra wheat or sheep away. That's going to be the 4 here. Vamos already hitting nice double up on the 4. Yeah. Vamos going to be able to put down... Wow! Double 4. Vamos laughing with 7 cards right now. Oh, at the 9 hits. Vamos has hit almost every single one of these rolls right now. 8 resources in hand. The road's going to come down. Already looking for an early trade for some of that 4 brick. Trying to get some road action.
Yeah, so if he gets the wood, it's a settlement, right?
That's going to be the settlement out there right away, yeah. So offering wood, or offering the brick and the sheep, which is basically a 4 roll for one of those woods. I don't know if anyone will do that this early, though. Who's the only one that has it here? Conbae has it. Actually holding on to their road here. Actually, Conbae didn't drop it down, hey? Red was it. They are saying, why didn't Red just drop down that road? I guess they're wondering whether they go directly to the 9 or they maybe save it and steal this wood port.
Yeah, I think if you can manage it, you see if you can steal that wood port away.
Yeah, I think that's an option that opened up with the 6, 11, 12, is that if you hold that road, you know, it's a bit of a risk. Someone might come along and steal it. But if you can get that road settlement down, then you block out Lucifer from that wood port, and all of a sudden you've got a wood port with 6 wood.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad, and I think Conbae is trying to make that trade here, sheep for brick. They settled down on the 3 to 1 5 ore instead. And most of the results have come in. It looks like folks are cheering on Conbae. 60% of the votes. I think Red's going to take this one.
It's got a nice balance of resources.
First placement power? Maybe. Why not go to the 12-9? I guess doubling up on the 5 is not terrible. The 6... Again, we talk about the value of a 3 to 1 port here. Do you like the 3 to 1 port versus the 9-12?
That's a good question. I think the on the off chance that Lucifer tries to plow you for some ore, you might. You might reach out that way. Also, Vamos has got good road building potential. He could sneak out to that 3 to 1 port on the 5 as well, which would kind of ruin your game a little bit.
Possible.
So yeah, maybe you try to defend that 5 first.
Vamos here already settling down on the sheep port, making good use of it right away here, and the 4s keep rolling. Wow, Vamos off to a great start here. Lots of production. Also get some of that wheat on there. I think the only thing that's not really rolling so far is that 6 of wood here.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be, if he can get a settlement down on that 5 within the next couple turns, he'll be pretty strong.
That's a very fast start for Vamos if they get onto that 5. Vamos Air actually has the option here to drop down to the 4, 5, 11 too with the production that they've got. The 6 does roll. That's going to be another wood. I think Vamos is on the settlement already. Dev card here for Ash. 9s again. Vamos drops it down, and I think Vamos is going to hold on to a couple roads here because there's a chance to cut the 9-4 and the 4-11, reach that 4, 5, 11 settlement. All 5 settlements down. Cut off Ash from longest road. Not that Ash was really going for it ever, but make sure that connection's not there. I think Vamos hits another 4.
That also gives them coordinated or wheat on the 5.
Yeah, I would really like the stretch out for the 4, 5, 11. I think Vamos is going to be dominant here because if they get those 5 rolls after he stretches out, that's going to be city, city, city. I like this now. Conbae doubles up on the 5 now, so maybe their cities are going to
but it's going to be...
There it is.
Nice.
Double up on the 5. Gotta love to see it there. Conbae with a double ore immediate production here. Lucifer on 7 cards, though. 7 resources. Let's see what they can do about it. I guess the wood port still... I mean, wheat port might still be the roll here. You know, the wheat port here on the 10 on the opposite side of the map. I think a lot of the focus is going to be up on that north side here.
Probably.
What do you think? Wood port or wheat port? Where do you go?
It's tough. I think you go wheat port and just trust that your 8s are going to come in.
I think so. I think there's a little bit more value to this wheat port. You're on the 5 and the 10. I think every time your 8s are rolling, you're not looking to port your wood just yet. You're still looking to build a whole bunch of roads out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think the wheat port early And then, well, if you get that wood port later on, you're going to get that wood port later on. Oh, I like that. Yellow's saying spend the extra time and go to the 10-9 instead of getting that wheat port down early. Do you think he's got time to do that?
Yeah, I think that would. Yeah, why not?
Okay. See, I was worried if you.
I mean,
if you stretch
all
out
it takes
2
is an
8s.
8 to roll for him. So
That's right. That would be 2 8s. 2 8s is not too long to think about. And you get to the 9-10, you get yourself some better ore, or you get yourself some ore at all. They're not on any at all. But that 2 8s, I'm just wondering here, because we've got a city down for Ash. We've got 4 settlements down for Vamos.
Oh,
I'm just wondering,
Ash
is
put a mono.
too far? Wow, that was a mono. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was early mono.
Yeah, I'll say.
But you know what? I like that early mono so that you don't fall completely behind.
Right, and I think Khan was probably close to a city as well, and that'll certainly slow him down.
No, the wrap back around. Vamos prioritizing the 3-1 port instead for their 5th settlement and better ore there. I don't mind that either, really. I don't mind that either. I do like this because they only have the sheep port as one of their options, and they actually have quite a bit of brick production here too that they can use this 3-1 for. The 4-5-11 will still be there too, but I think this will get them to their city much quicker.
Right.
So Conbae here on 5. The 11's rolled out. That's going to be a wheat wood out there for Conbae. Does Conbae go for that wood port? Or are they stretching down to this 9 ore? I thought they were stretching down to the 9 ore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the wood port's giving him that much right now. The problem would be that, you know, it might not be there by the time he gets around to getting out there. Whereas the 9 is a little safer.
9's always going to be there, but I don't think, like you said, that the wood port is going to do them that much good. You know, they're not at a position where they've already got cities up. Those 9s, if you can coordinate the cities and they're hitting like this, could be big news. I would probably try to go for that 9 ore as well here. It's going to be a 9 here and 11 resources for Lucifer. So let's see what they do. They port 4-1 sheep. They get 1 road down. Man, those 8s aren't coming though. He's just got to be patient.
Yeah.
But you know, you chain a couple of those 8s together, and I think they do reach out to that 9-10 here. But I mean, I could see him getting a little bit antsy and trying to just settle down on that 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard when Vamos is already on 4 roads. He's got 4 settlements. Ash has a city up.
Yeah, bet it all on 8s and 10s. At least the 10s are hot. The 10s are hot. You know, the 10s, the 9s, the 10s, the 10s, the 10s.
The 10s are quite hot.
I mean, Lucifer's happy to see that, but Lucifer would trade, you know, 2 of those 10s for 1 of those 8s, really.
Definitely.
But that actually puts Conbae here at 10 resources as well here somehow. So there's going to be a number of ore in hand and then a whole bunch of sheep in there as well. Maybe a couple wood from that 6. So they are looking for an ore here and willing to go 2-1 for that. So Vamos here actually slowing down production a little bit just off those numbers that hit. You know, all those 10s are swinging things back into the other players' favors here. I don't know if Conbae will be able to do much here other than maybe trade away for a road here. But then they'll show us where they end up going. I feel like it's going to be that 9-12 just to get onto that ore. They pass and hold on 10. The 6 rolls double ore for Ash here, looking good. Wow, that was a hold on 10 resources for Conbae here. Lucifer's on 10 as well. I'm hoping that they're not going to get 7'd out. Knock on wood.
I feel like Conbae was probably had like 3 wheat and 3 sheep or something, and he just didn't want to. He couldn't 4 for 1, or he didn't want to give too many cards away. So he's probably thinking like, I'd rather give up, you know, a couple sheep and a couple wheat than have to 4-for-1 all of one resource.
Wow. Ash here going double development cards off of that 12 rule there. That's actually an extra brick for Conbae, which is huge for them. Ash here moving the knights around, the 5 ore getting blocked out. That's going to slow down Vamos a little bit here too. And then 6 rolls again. And then the 3 following up after that. There was a question in chat about Conbae maybe potentially starting off on 6-12 instead, blocking out the 6-11 settlement and then pointing down towards the 9-10 right away. Do they really need that extra 11 wood?
I mean, that's a good question.
I think that's worth considering. I mean, you start off with the road.
I think you could, yeah, you could probably make a case for that, yeah.
And then you're immediately on the 9-10. And then you double up on your 9s right away. I mean, this one you're doubling up on 9-12. So I guess, is that extra 11 wood production really worth it? That's a good question.
Yeah, late game maybe if you get the wood port. You get a city up on the 6-11-12. It would probably pay for itself then, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good question.
I mean, it's always nice to have coordinated or wheat sheep.
Wow. Moot point now as they drop down 2 roads and they get to the 9-10 anyway. An immediate payoff with the coordinated ore and wheat. DJ is asking why red didn't actually take the 4-5-11 instead of the 6-11-12, and I think we talked about maybe getting onto this other side here, coordinating the 9s. You know, the 5 ore is probably going to be blocked, so now that they're on that 9 ore, it feels like Conbae is tough to block now.
Oh, so DJ, what's DJ asking? Why they didn't take the 4-5-11?
Yeah.
We thought because the you know, because Vamos had good road building material, and so did Lucifer, that it would be too slow of a start for him because he would only have the 1 ore and way too much wheat, and everyone else has pretty decent wheat production as well. Oh my god.
That's another mono. Lucifer with the mono. That's both monos out early. 4 ore to get the cities down, and that's the 8-5-10. I think both players, both Ash and Lucifer, fearing that they are starting off too slow. They gotta get that ore out there. But yeah, I guess just to reinforce that point, we thought the 4-5-11 did not make this ore wheat sheep game any stronger, especially with the 5 being blocked out. We thought it was probably a good idea to get onto this 9, spread out that ore production. That way you could at least play your ore wheat sheep game with a little bit extra ore production there too. Starting off with the road here, always attractive. And then Chad actually thinks the 6-12 desert start might have been even better, because you would have been a little bit more efficient and just gotten to that 9-10 right away. I think that might have been the play. Man, who would have called a 6-12 desert though? How many times have you seen that settlement go down? But in this case, might actually make sense. So Lucifer here now, after dropping the mono, after getting the city up, doesn't want to fall too far behind in production here. Doesn't look like they have enough to get the settlement down onto the wheat port, and there is no chance now to stretch out to that 9-10, because those 8s just aren't hitting.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have dropped the mono that early, especially on this board. There's going to be so much wheat, and there's also going to be a good bit of wood, and he has the chance to have like both ports.
I think you're right. I think they were playing, you know, for that patient game anyway. I think mono could have been 2+ points at the end of the game. You know, my general rule is to
Definitely,
you know, take 2 points on the board, whether that's for yourself or take points away from other folks too. This does feel a bit early, maybe a bit desperate too even. And I am wondering, you know, they would have had options for wheat monos and wood monos later on, depending on the ports that they took. That it could have been very impactful towards the end.
Yeah, or even he could have waited and gotten a couple cities out of it instead of just the 1, because there's high ore production as well.
Yeah, really tricky here. But I can definitely see why you want to use it now. I mean, you were stuck on 2 points. Vamos on four settlements. Conbae on 4 settlements. Ash with the city up and development cards out of control. Almost feels like you have to make some kind of move not to fall too far behind.
Yeah, it's hard to sit and watch people get up to 4 or 5 points and you're still stuck on 2.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it does.
3, you know?
It does open up some trade avenues, right? You know, if you're that far behind, people are like, okay, well maybe we give this trade because they're obviously in last, and if you can get away with some of those cheeky trades and hold on to that mono for later on in the game, then you're just slow rolling. But it's pretty tough. That's a good question.
It takes patience and discipline, I guess.
Yep.
Yes, but I probably would have held on to the mono at this point.
Yeah, I don't think there's been too many trades. I think Vamos tried to get a couple trades out there. But yeah, it's been pretty tight. I think people have been using the resources that they've been getting now. And all of a sudden, we're going to get our first robber of the game. Vamos on 9, Ash on 14. That one hurts a little bit. That was I think that was Ash's game in that hand there. Vamos throwing away wood, double wheat, and sheep. Ash still picking cards. That's not going to feel good. 7 cards. That's a whole hand you're throwing out there. 2 sheep, 4 wheat, and a wood. I think Ash needed that, that 4 to 1. Even if it was for a brick or something, right? 4 to 1 that wheat away. Let's see.
Yeah.
Like, they've got control of it now. Where do you throw down the robber?
10's not a bad spot. You're kind of letting Vamos get away with with everything. He's in a pretty strong position, but
wait, this is what I called. I said this is where all the focus was gonna be, and Vamos could sneak in there.
Yeah. Oh, he got the 2 roads down though. That's really big for him.
Man, another great pull. Ash with the road builder. Again, they don't have the things to make roads other than this 3 wood, and all of a sudden, yeah, they get that road settle, and then 3 to 1 port. Ash looking pretty strong right now.
Not bad. He's my pick.
That's the pick. That's the pick. We got 5s going out there. The 8 is finally here. The 8 has arrived.
Wow, that must feel good.
Yeah, I mean, you got the city down, though. That 5, 9, 10 is looking like a beast right now. Triple ore on the 5, and that's going to be unfortunate for Vamos here. As, I mean, it's still open for now. Still open for business.
Yeah, what do you think he's going to prioritize?
Oh, man. Lucifer here now actually settling down on that 10 wheat here. But Vamos, I mean, Vamos needs to erase the city right now, I think. I guess if he can get that settlement down, I don't know if Vamos actually has a choice. I think Vamos might have to put down the settlement before he can get the city up.
Definitely makes his path to his city a lot easier.
Wow, Lucifer is hitting now. Double 8s back to back. The 6 here, Ash is looking much better here again. Ash starting to roll up on some of those. Vamos here, yeah, the settlement down. I didn't think Vamos had a choice there, whether they could city up versus settlement. I think Vamos just had to play what was in the hand.
Another 12 is nice.
Another 12 is just a bonus. All that brick there. I guess Conbae's got options now. Again, Woodport is an option. They agree. Woodport is an option. But they still have options for this 9-12 brickport. They have options for that 6-11 cutoff on the Ash. This Woodport steal from Lucifer. I mean, you got to be careful. Lucifer's on 7 resources. That's enough for a road settlement here.
Yeah,
it's dangling.
He's got at least 1 wood brick, right?
Double wood brick. So that 8, double wood brick is enough to at least reach there. And And DJ is saying that, you know what, Vamos might even consider trading to Lucifer just to make sure that that block happens. Wow, the 9 gets blocked out here. That's a big block for Lucifer here, blocking out the 9 wheat. That's going to be a family block for everybody out there. I think going to the 411. Ooh, you think wrap back around? I think the 912 was a fast build. Again, you double up on your ore, which is really nice here too. I guess the other option you guys are looking at is maybe this build for Conbae to reach on the 10 desert, 5 desert, 511 to get to the 4511. No, the 411 wood brick. Oh, up here. You want that fast build up here for longest road on the top right.
Yeah, that going inside right now would be very ambitious.
Going inside, super ambitious. But who's racing you? Who's actually racing you? I guess Lucifer would be the only one. But if you get your 2 roads down, I guess that would be pretty wild here. Red push for army. Red's got 1 night played. Ash has got 1 with a development card in the bank. And then Vamos has the 1 card as well. Vamos here really needs to get that city up. The road comes down for Lucifer.
Ooh.
Oh, man. We have got a situation on our hands here on that 10 wood port. 11 rolls twice. Let's see what happens. The 9 after that here. 9 wheat blocked, of course. Man, we've got a situation up in the top here. Both just letting the road kind of hang out there. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure Conbae should be pushing for longest road. I think Conbae really needs to just get settlements down and get those fast settlements down, get the cities up.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be hard to beat Vamos for road.
I mean, I guess if you can sneak that 411 for the longest road and just incidentally get it and have that window, sure, why not?
Yeah, I think it's too early though.
Or even wrap back down around to the 9 ore and just double up on the 9 ore here instead, right?
But I guess, I mean, if he gets the wood port, then I put him at 6.
That wood port's huge right now. That wood port is huge. The 4 comes out. Vamos likes the look of that. Ash here on the double sheep. Let's see if Ash just continues to pump out dev cards, or if they decide to get this settlement down on the 6 ore here. Kind of looks like they're trying to trade for it. Trying to get some brick out there. Vamos has 2 bricks, so maybe willing to take an ore here. Maybe gonna try and sneak ore wheat. I could see Vamos trying to ask for that. You know, give me the ore wheat and I'll give you the brick.
Yeah, I mean they might be trade. It's kind of like you're trading a settlement for a city almost, because Vamos needs that city real bad, and Ash really needs that settlement, I think, before Vamos sneaks in and steals it.
Yeah, I think Ash would love to close that down, get that settlement down. That opens up Ash to look for like the 611 settle, but I think Ash would just rather keep going dev cards and maybe even city up that 9-3-11 instead. I'm not sure the 11-6 adds too much to their game there.
I think I would prioritize the city.
Yeah.
Especially with the 3-for-1 port.
I think so. I think Vamos is trying to make it work, but Ash goes ahead and goes to the bank, buys a development card instead. And that's probably going to be it. Vamos probably not going to be able to get that ore. Or Vamos maybe just wants to make their own on that 6 and that 5. But every time that 6 and that 5 rolls, everyone else on the table is getting more ore for sure. At the same time, I don't think Ash would probably have been willing to go 2-1 anyway. I don't know if they're that desperate to get that settlement down.
They're still pretty good, or pretty well set up at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And they do need their win condition is an army, so buying dev cards is probably a good idea.
Yeah, definitely doesn't hurt. They're going to be on 2 dev cards right now. 1 knight played out here. The only other one with the knight is Conbae, but no dev cards for them. Another 10 hits That's triple wheat with a wheat port, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't know if I think Conbae might have the settlement now in hand.
Up in the north, hey, that north is still looking hot, and Conbae goes before Lucifer.
Yeah, I think he would have to trade in sheep, maybe.
Possibly looking like it here. Vamos willing to give a brick for the ore here, which was the exact trade that they were looking for. Ash goes ahead and goes the 1-to-1 straight across the table. Vamos holds onto it. The 3 after that, that's triple wood there for Ash with an extra sheep. Lucifer and Vamos both get a sheep on that as well. Does Conbae drop the settlement? Oh, hello, buddy. As
if he has it, I think he's got to, but I don't know.
That's my cat looking
he might
for
be
attention.
Like one card short or something.
Could be 1 card short. 3-to-1 ports mean they can only trade twice, which means 6 of those cards would have to be 3-to-1. They might not have it. I mean, brick is the only thing. Yeah, they are missing. They're going to be looking for 12s for the brick.
He's got sheep, wheat, and wood though, right?
There's 3 ore for 1 brick. They drop it down. Yeah. Conbae blocks off the wood port. Luckily enough, Lucifer hits an 8 off the back of that, so they can definitely pivot away here. I mean, I don't know where they're going to pivot to. Maybe they stretch out to the 4-5-11. I think that's their best option now. No, they're going to drop it down, get themselves a 3-to-1 port.
It's the next best thing, I think.
I guess they just drop it down. You want them to undercut to the 9 ore? Possible. I think I like the production better, but even with the production...
9 ore would be good too.
I guess they do want that 3-to-1 port, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do they
Lucifer is going to need to go for road, I think, though.
Yeah.
So 9R would be a good play.
Should be. Vamos hits on the 2. The settlement comes down for Ash here on the 6. That 6 ore is tripled up. Now the 7 hits. Vamos, my man. Those cards, they've seen better days, and that is a wood sheep triple brick. Vamos. Crying into his mic right now. That's so unlucky here. Oh, shout out to all the flock members in chat right now. I see you all. Vamos probably was pretty close to a city there. If they were able to trade away that sheep 2-to-1. He had 3 sheep from that 2. Right, he had 3 sheep from that 2 roll, so he was definitely pretty close. He traded away some ore, brick for ore, prior to that. So I think he's still holding on to quite a few city materials. He has enough for a dev card, but I really do think he needs to hold on here.
Yeah, I think so.
2-to-1 for the wheat. Yeah, hold and go. Man, it's getting wild here though. Thanks for follow, Dougie. Scoot.
10 is a powerhouse for Lucifer now.
Yeah, Lucifer is hitting triple wheat and that. Oh, and just as you say it. That's a 9. 9 cards there. Max is doing great now. We got him some antibiotics. I missed last week, or I had to step out because I had to take Max to the vet. Now we have to give him antibiotics with this little syringe, and he's a little jerk about it. You gotta hold him down, and sometimes he uses his tongue to spit it all out. But he's good. He's feeling better. Ivy, you got any pets?
A couple dogs, yeah.
Ah, dog guy. Hey, pets are pets, man. They're family members.
Definitely.
That's 6 hits. Ash with the ore. Triple ore. Ash is looking real good right about now. I think once they get that settlement up on the city up on the 9-11 wheat, I mean the 669 or 611, that's gonna get cities all day. Ash here,
yeah.
2 nights.
He's got to free up his wheat.
Yep. That's going to be 2 nights towards the largest army here. Already at 5 points now. Vamos falling a little bit behind without that city. Lucifer holding on. You know, they're still getting their production up, especially off those 10s here. 3-1, that's another dev card there for Ash, and the 10s hit again as I say it there for Lucifer. I'm not sure if Vamos has enough yet. A wood for a wheat tells me he doesn't. 2-1, sheep for wheat. Vamos with the city. 9-4-2, we drop it down. It's all about the sheep. Oh, that's another 6. Ash smiling on that one. Luckily for Vamos, they get a piece of that too.
Yeah, he just needs some. He needs wheat to go with it.
Need the wheat to go with it. Conbae as well. Conbae hits a wood on that one too, so Conbae should be able to stretch out a little bit more yet. You know, not that Conbae is looking for longest road, but I think it's just going to come naturally.
If I'm Conbae, I don't know, I might go army, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just try and settle maybe on the 912 Brickport.
That's true, but I mean, right now it's 2 roads for longest road. That's it.
Well, that's true. I mean, obviously, if he has the window,
he's got the window.
He should take it. But long term, I think Vamos and Lucifer are probably gonna.
It's possible.
Be more likely.
It's possible in this next round if Conbae doesn't get 7'd out here, that rolls around. They already have a knight in hand for largest army, assuming Ash doesn't take it. And they get longest road, assuming Vamos doesn't lock it down right now. That they get their 4 points. Conbae wins the whole thing. 10-5, 5-6.
Yeah. Could happen.
So I think Ash gotta take army here on the next turn.
Yeah, well, Ash is going to do that anyway, I think, just because that's the only way he wins.
Yeah, Ash definitely needs that largest army as the win condition. 2 cards in hand they've been buying the whole time. It is blocking their 9 wheat again, so that Robert needs to get out of there. Ash went ahead and rolled. So I don't know what that tells you.
Yeah, that gives you some pause, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. Maybe Ash didn't want everyone else getting that wheat. Didn't want Conbae getting on that 2 wheat either.
Possible. Yeah, it's possible.
So maybe Ash is okay not getting 1 wheat for themselves, considering Vamos and Conbae would have gotten double wheat on there. They get the largest army anyway. Crisis averted. Vamos here hitting on double force now. Double brick, double sheep is going to look good for him. 9 resources in hand. Let's see what they decide to do. Like I said, maybe the longest road here, if they can afford to do it. The 2 sheep make a wood. And he's already got the brick in hand. It depends where he goes. You know, there's nowhere that naturally gets him longest road and gets him to a great settlement spot. You know, the 4 up here, this horseshoe up to the top left. I mean, that doesn't really, he's just going to take the longest road there. Probably wrap it around, nice ring around the 2.
So he could be on 9.
Possible. Vamos.
He didn't move the robber.
True. And another 4 here. This is looking real good for Vamos. But Vamos may be drawing a little bit of attention now, although I would still be suspicious of Ash, who's on 7 with 2 dev cards. It depends how good your table talk is, but we could start seeing some of those knights being used to put the robber on the 6 here. And it'll catch both of them here. Maybe even that 4. You know, we talked about Ash maybe doubling up on the 4, 5, 11 and putting everything on the 4 sheep. Instead, actually picking up the 3 sheep for that diversity. So maybe, I mean, it's hard to block out or wheat sheep, you know, when things are diversified. But that 3 maybe hasn't been rolling as much. The 4 has been hitting a ton.
Right. I think Lucifer has to make a play for road right now, though.
I agree. Big 8 comes out. No Woodport, unfortunately, so that might only be 1 or 2 roads in hand. Yeah, they're stretching it out. There's 1 road down on the 5-10. It's going to be a 5 desert road after that. Maybe 1 more for the 4-5-11. And then they wrap themselves back around. 10 cards still in hand. It feels like they can get a road settled down, but I don't know if they actually want to just keep building roads all the way around that 5.
Yeah, I think you just put
Just put the roads down.
Down 2 roads if you got them.
Going for the 8 brick. Ooh, I would have liked that, you know, instead of that 3-to-1 port. So yellow actually points out, instead of this 8 settlement on the 3-to-1 port, maybe stretching out road settlement on the 8 bricks. So every time an 8 rolls, it's double roads. Because you already had the city on the 8, 5, 10.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And now you're actually overproducing your wood and not matching it up with your brick production. And what is the 3-to-1 port getting you? Because you already got the wheat port, which is 2-to-1. Your sheep are not coming in so frequently that you're trying to 3-to-1 your sheep. I actually like that. You know, I'm always reevaluating the value of a 3-to-1 port and how often you use it and how much you should be using it. I actually agree with this one. This settlement could have been much better on the 8 brick. That way you actually match up your road production.
You say that, but he did just use the 3-for-1
He
port
did
twice.
just use the 3-for-1 port twice
And it
for
got him 2
wood
roads.
and for sheep. So, I mean... Tell me again about the value of a 3-to-1 port. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Are they overproducing? I don't know. Every time that 8 rolls, I think this 8 did help out to build the city, though, right? Because they ended up getting a whole bunch of wood, and then a whole bunch of wood again. Three
No,
wood,
but he
brick. 3 sheep. For
He
the
traded 3 sheep for the second brick, which he wouldn't have
Yeah, and I still wonder
gotten without
because
the 3-for-1 port.
he's still stuck on the 6 roads right now. You know, even after he does get this loop around, he's gonna have to go one way here, probably underneath towards the 9 ore here. He's still gonna be a couple roads away, and I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to actually steal that away from Vamos. Vamos on 10 cards. If Vamos doesn't get 7'd out here, it's possible that Vamos actually steals on the next one. Whoa! Ash takes the trade. Lucifer gave 1 wheat for triple sheep wood, and that's going to be another...
Oh, they're trying to give him army.
Yeah,
Or road, I
they're
mean.
trying to give him the road. They feed the road over. Ash gave away a whole bunch here just to make sure that Vamos doesn't have it, and the board is even against Vamos.
Wow.
That's going to be 10 cards, dropping it down to half here. So Ash may have put themselves in a good spot here. 4 resources in hand, 2 dev cards with a potential steal of a resource here from someone. What's it going to be and who's it going to be? And does Ash just flat out win it here with the largest army? There's enough for a city. That might be perfect. That's the steal on the 10 wheat here. After giving away the road to Lucifer. You know, going to block that out. That's a dev card. Triple dev card here. Triple dev card here for Ash in the pocket. Vamos going to roll out here. The 6 hits. Big ore for Ash. Vamos here might still have enough. To build up a city.
Yeah, he might have a couple roads too. He might be able to take road back. And then the 4-5-11 is open, so Vamos could road settle there if it gets.
All right, what do you think of that road there? Limited potential. I mean, he's going to cap out
If
here,
it gets
right?
to that.
It's going to cap out on that road here. I would have liked the 9-4 road pointing down to the 4-5-11, because there's still the chance that you actually get out that way and just break up that road, right? Road settle? Yeah, road settle. Break the longest road. You get your settlement. You get the longest road back. GG, my friends. GG.
Yeah, it also puts pressure on Lucifer to build a settlement there instead of
stretching out the road. Yeah.
building another road. Because if he builds another road, then he'll have 8, and Vamos's max road is 8.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8. The 2 hits. Oh man, that's gonna be 4 sheep. I think Vamos is going for the immediate steal, maybe wanting to win it on this turn. 1 road, 1 city, or dev card or whatever it might be. Maybe Vamos feels like this is the window to do it. Not playing the long game. Ash here, 4 resources, 7 points, 2 hidden cards. That's going to be largest army stretching it out here. Get that off of the 6, but where? Do you still block Lucifer? I feel like you have to block Vamos somewhere, right? Don't tell me it's the 2. Don't tell me it's the 2 sheep. They share everything. They blocked the 6 to stop the roads from Vamos coming out. Oh. No, Vamos.
That's bad luck.
Vamos, Vamos. I swear, Vamos had this game if it wasn't for the 7s. That's a wood, double sheep, and an ore. Get rid of those. They move it back up onto the 5 ore, blocking out Conbae here. Conbae has been pretty silent, but they're still slowly amassing cards and points. Still stealing from Vamos here. Ash on 6 cards now. Never bet against Ash, right?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Ash goes 3-1 for a wheat. Another dev card. So many.
Kind of feels like he's pulling for the win, right?
It kind of does. I think they're on at least 2 points in there. I think Ash is at 9, truly. Vamos goes for a buy. Okay, clears out the hand. 2 cards. Vamos is a lot less scary now after all those 7s and clearing out the hand with a max 2 points in the hand, if at all. Ash all of a sudden shoots up to the top here. And I think the table is realizing that Conbae is stealing from Ash now.
Yeah. This is also a great time to be Lucifer.
It's a beautiful time if you start hitting those
Nobody's
10s.
looking at you.
Yep. Yeah, and if you're Lucifer, you have a spot for a settlement. You can connect to secure longest road forever. I think you just need a couple of good rolls.
One more road.
Yeah. A couple of those 8s, which are completely wide open. And you're laughing. But the 7s are chaining right now. The 7s are just going.
I think you gotta block the 10 wheat.
Oh, you're looking at this? You're looking at this? Vamos can still take it. Vamos just needs the production for it. Vamos is on 0 resources right now. I mean, Vamos still has a shot at this. Vamos still has a shot on it. You're looking at this long cutoff, right? It still cuts off. That's a really cool play. I think the 4-5-11 is going to be the battleground here. Oh, you're looking at 5-11. This way? 5-11. On the 5-11 cutoff, you mean? You're wild for that. You're wild.
That would be pretty...
You wild for that one, my friend. That is 5 roads. And that is longest. And that is still a cutoff. That is pretty cheeky. And that is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 resources worth of a surprise play. Yeah, it would still be 7 over here versus the cutoff 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be the max on that cutoff. You're right. There's enough there. 10 resources all Vamos needs. Easier said than done.
Yeah, I think Lucifer's got the settlement though.
Lucifer, you're at
on
9
the
resources.
4-5-11 right now.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Conbae here
good.
though, on 11 right now. I mean, we could see a road settle or something else come out here too. Can Conbae win on this turn? Maybe a road settle on the 9-12 and a dev card. There's the dev card.
He might have 2 VPs, right? He didn't move the robber.
Yeah, and right now it's looking like 6
There are no more
resources.
monopolies.
No more monopolies. They were both used early on, so you can actually hoard some of those cards. Another dev card. Another dev card. 4 dev cards in hand for Conbae. Unfortunately, the largest army is not possible to steal, I don't think, from Ash. Not for at least, 4 rounds. I don't even know if we have 4 rounds, though. Lucifer, 2-1, 2-1, using that wheat port, drops the settlement down 8 points, 1 development card in hand, 4 resources. Lucifer stealing 5 resources in hand, steals from Ash. They do have longest road. They're holding on to it. And it looks like they're going to hold on to it. Vamos here, though, could actually steal it just for a little bit. Does Vamos have 2 roads and 2 points in hand? That's going to be a 5, which is practically another city for Conbae here. If they can get the wheat for it here. Lucifer gets 3 wheat as well. Vamos only gets a single ore out of that one. Vamos's production is all but dried up here. I think those 7s hurt too much, hey?
Yeah, he had a window, but I think it's closed now.
Yeah. Really
especially with
unlucky.
no monopolies left on the table.
I wonder here. It did pass from Ash, and Ash didn't unblock the 6. I'm just wondering what they could be sitting on. It could be a year of plenty. More likely, maybe even road builder. Road building doesn't do anything here for Ash, unfortunately. That's going to be a 4 rolling out. Good again for Vamos here, who needs a few more of those to make things happen here. Conbae slowly building up this largest army here. It's reached 3 now, and they have 5 resources in hand, but again, might actually have 3 points, so we don't know. The 6 gets blocked out, and that's going to be massive here to keep Ash down. Lucifer does trade away there. Another dev card for Lucifer here, and that's gonna be another 6. Vamos on 2 wood now. Vamos on 2 wood, 2 brick, 2 sheep, something like that. Vamos here actually has the things to make roads. That's gonna be a 2 for all the sheep. Okay, Vamos, what's the play? What's the play for Vamos? I mean, this is no longer an option. Longest road is 2 roads away, which is an option. Does Vamos get it? Does Vamos get it?
No, he can't build to 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he can't anymore. He built that dead road, didn't he? Ah, that's unfortunate. He's gonna have to make a road somewhere else, and he can't cut off anymore. They already shut it down.
No, he actually doesn't. He doesn't have the.
There's no way to do it, hey?
He only has 6 roads left to play.
3, 4. Even if they all go over here, that's only going to be a max of 8, so it's going to be hard roads and settles. Unlucky, Vamos. The windows.
Gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Windows closed and gone. No cities. Does get a settle down, I think, off of that. Yeah, road settle. Oh, that would have been the road settle that we were talking about, and that would have been the cutoff. Unlucky, Vamos. That was enough for the 2 roads and a 4-5-11 cutoff, but Lucifer put it down first. No city, unfortunately. Vamos gonna have to slow play this one a little bit and wait for the next one, but Vamos actually back up to 8 cards already. That 4 hitting for triple brick and 2 sheep is actually 2 resources towards that city. It's very possible he is on that 2 points, 9 overall. Conbae here, we don't know what the cards are. It could just be a whole bunch of knights. Probably gonna try and steal something else now. Maybe make some use of those cards here, but where's Conbae going? I've maintained it might be this road settle, but if they can get another city up, I'm sure they'd gladly do that. It's getting close. It's already close.
Yeah, I don't know.
You might have someone just break out and win this one. Vamos is still, sneaky good. A couple 4s, and I think it's Vamos's game. The city does come down. 6, 11, 12. Talk to me on that.
Wow.
6, 11, 12?
These 4s have been insane.
The 4s are insane. That's 6 brick, 4 sheep in hand. The 5 doesn't hit Vamos there, but that's going to be triple ore, triple wheat. Vamos actually gets 1 ore out of that. Vamos has a city. Vamos hit a city on that one. So as long as as long as Vamos gets to maintain his cards, the Year of Plenty comes out. Ash with the road, The settle. No,
Oh.
it's Ash with the win first. 1 round away.
Made me proud, Ash.
Yeah, Ivy called it. This is why we have Ivy come on, the co-caster, calling the ultimate winner. Catan Championship Premium number 12, the final table here. Ash, congratulations, 10 points. Conbae at 9, Vamos at 8, and Lucifer at 8 as well. GG, everybody. Really close game there. It looked like Ash had 2 points, Conbae with the 2, and Vamos had 1 point there. All on those dev cards. Let's check out those dice stats here. 4s were keeping Vamos in it. 5s and 8s not really rolling too much out there. So unfortunate for Lucifer, who was doubled up on that 8. That's a feels bad, unfortunately. That was Lucifer's game. I mean, it could have been more 8s there, but maybe a few misbuilds there too. You know, I do think that build from that 8 wood onto the 8 brick instead of the 3 to 1 might have been a difference there. To get longest road a little bit earlier. Look at this.
Definitely, I think yellow made a good point in there about the
yeah, matching it up.
The double nut. Yep.
Yeah. 2 early monos, and where were those monos there? They were early monos to get the ore to build the cities. Those could have looked much different here towards the end, I think, especially with all those cities did go up, you know, out towards the end here. I think those monos could have had a lot more impact.
Yeah, I think Ash played one to get a city early on, and I think Lucifer played the other one, right? To get the city. I think, you know, it's hard to argue that since Ash won, but Lucifer definitely could have held on maybe. And, you know, you saw those, you know, the last several rounds, how many cards everybody had in their hand. Like, definitely would have been a huge opportunity for a Monopoly.
I think so. I think Lucifer here might have been able to use that last position, that slower start, to maybe get some more trades. You know, we didn't actually see a lot of trades go out in this game, only 3 confirmed trades here. So, you know, Lucifer, if they were truly last, they might have been able to do it, do a whole bunch more trades, and then, you know, eventually get their production up. But that is the risk you kind of run, you know, if someone else runs away with the game at 5 points, you're still stuck on 2. That doesn't feel too good.
Yeah, I mean, things can, you know, you can just never catch up, even with a Monopoly sometimes. So, totally understand why you would play it, but might have been better to hold on that Monopoly this time around.
I'm looking at these stats on the last page. I've almost lost 18 resources to the robber here. 18.
Yeah. That's tough. That's what happens though when you
the production
double
was so
up
good.
on 4s. Well, I mean, he got at the end of the game, he gets like what?
Yeah, he's getting like 5 resources every time
5
the 4
cards
is
every time
rolled.
a 4 rolls. So you're just naturally gonna go over.
Yeah, I've almost had the best production out there, but good production means you get more cards in hand, you get it all stolen away. Oh man, good game. Ash with another win. I think this is probably the 2nd or 3rd. I think Vamos was real close to the win. Conbae there was definitely sneaking in there just at the 9 points with a bunch of dev cards there. And Lucifer, I think, had some opportunities for some plays too. So good final overall, good tournament overall.